Hello everyone, this is Faye Renee. Welcome back to Movie Reviews with Faye Renee. If this is your first time to my channel, you're in for a big treat. I would love to ask for your subscription. Just hit the red subscribe button below, check the little bell once, and every time I drop a new and crazy fun video, you'll be the first one to know. So today is huge. Today is huge. Today we're going to review a blockbuster of a movie. And it's showing on Netflix. So you already know. Yep. Today we're going to review The Five Bloods. Let's go. Okay. So the movie theaters are not open yet, but there are plenty of blockbusters showing now. People just couldn't wait. That are on Netflix and other cable stations. However, the movie theaters are opening soon, within the next 2 weeks. The next review of a film that you see me do, I'll be doing it direct from the theater. Mask and all. Whatever it takes, I'll be there. So here we go. The Five Bloods, and that's DA with the was directed, of course, by Spike Lee. The Five Bloods is a 2020 Vietnam War story drama about five buddies that served time in Vietnam. Five Bloods was produced by Spike Lee, John Killick, Beatrice Levin, and Lloyd Levin. It was beautifully filmed in Southeast Asia in around March of 2019. Pre-COVID days, of course, they didn't know what the hell was coming, so at least they got it in. Thank God they did for us. And as I said, The Five Bloods is now showing on Netflix. All right, you guys, in one word, The Five Bloods is stupendous. It is a great film. Thank you, Spike. And because of that, I have decided not to spoil the movie for you by giving you a spoilers review. This will be more of a plot review. So it'll be nice and short. There was a great cast, outstanding. Five Bloods stars Delroy Lindo as Paul, Clark Peters as Otis, Norm Lewis as Eddie, Isaiah Whitlock Jr. as Melvin, Jonathan Majors as David, and the great Chad Boseman as Norman Earl, or Stormin' Norman. Great cast, great cast. The film centers around five aging war veterans, war buddies sworn to an allegiance of friendship that will have them come together again this late in life to return to Vietnam. One, to find the remains of their beloved squad leader, Stormin' Norman, who, I might add, was played beautifully by Chaz Boseman. And the second reason that they are there is to retrieve some hidden gold bars that they confiscated from an airplane drop that happened back when they were in Nam. So that's as much as I'm going to tell you about story detail. That's basically the plot, and the movie is fantastic. So the movie opens up in a real joyous way with the four guys getting together, and they're all having drinks at the hotel and toasting to Norman, and they're going to find his remains, and they're happy to see each other, and they're reminiscing about Nam. But what I noticed most beyond that, which was great fellowship, was the slamming soundtrack. It is wonderful. I mean, they got the first thing I noticed was the music. Oh my God, they got that late 60s and 70s sound that you cannot repeat today, no matter what you try to do. So you have to see this movie, if for nothing else, just enjoy the soundtrack. After a night of partying and getting to know each other again, the next day they start their adventure in earnest. Onward to the jungles of Vietnam. Okay, here's one thing I will tell you. Their beloved leader, Stormin' Norman, he seems to be haunting them or guiding them. It all depends on who you are, of the four bloods, as they go on this trek to reclaim the gold and to find Norman's remains. The film takes us back through several lengthy time warps to Vietnam, to give us a gritty first-hand look of what it must have been like for these 5 African American soldiers as they tried to survive a war that they didn't understand or felt as if they even fit in. And it gives us a reason to believe in their lifelong bond, that it's solid through this experience they had in Vietnam. It's the real deal. Each of the 5 blood characters were very well built, and my God, just full of PTSD issues to the max. Out of all the 5 bloods, Delroy was the one who was still the most affected from his experience in Nam. He seemed to have found no peace after all these years with Vietnam in his life. And it came through quite clear on the screen. He was fierce. Who stole the show, by the way? And you know, I found there were so many moments of them versus us in this war story. Who's right? Who's wrong? I mean, who's the real victim here? And Spike Lee did an excellent job of portraying that. There really is nothing good to be gained on either side of war, especially for the Vietnamese, and definitely for the African American soldier who was shit for going over there and was even less after he came back home to this day. What a mess. So you know what, you guys? This is a great adventuresome story. It is a wonderful movie to watch the characters as they interact, and the cinematography, and the music. You will be thoroughly engrossed and amused. So, with all the chaos and unrest going on in the world today, I found that this movie will take you to another place just for a little while. And that is a good thing. I give The 5 Bloods a 4 out of 5. Wonderful film. That's it, that's all. The next time you get a review from me, I'll be coming straight from the theaters because they'll be open at the end of June. Yes! Finally. I'll be masked up. I'm not crazy. So everyone, please stay safe. This is Faye Renee signing off. I will catch you next time. Definitely. Stay safe.